Hey, look who's back. NBA, Jamar, the NBA season is about to start, 25-26 season. We have a lot of things to discuss. Last time we spoke was NBA Finals.
Yeah, I think like game 2 or something in the finals, game 3.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Tyrese Halliburton tore his Achilles in game 7. Oklahoma City ended up taking the series. It was actually a really good competitive series. But yeah, Oklahoma City is the champs. Yeah, for real.
Like, the ratings were kind of iffy until like it started to get good in the last couple games.
Yeah. But anyway, that was last season. We're on to this season. New players in new cities.
We didn't even go over free agency or draft or nothing, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, hey, Mr. Father.
Yeah, man, I've been out of commission. Yeah, got a baby, 2-month-old baby.
Yep. My nephew. All right, look, let's get into it. There's like I said, there's a lot of things to discuss, and we're gonna hop right into it.
It's not like much happened in the offseason anyway. It's not like
a
lot of player movement anyway.
Yeah,
we got a big move for the Rockets, and that's about it, really.
Yeah. Well, with this team, we're starting with hometown Atlanta Hawks. They did have a pretty big move themselves with Kristaps Porzingis. They were also able to retain, obviously, their entire core with Dyson Daniels, Trey Young, Jalen Johnson. They did lose Clint Capella to the Rockets. It seems the Rockets have like 20 centers for some reason. But right now, Vegas, and we're looking at BetMGM odds, have the Atlanta Hawks win total at 46.5. Which in this Eastern Conference where you've got Jason Tatum injured, you've got Damian Lillard gone, you've got Tyrese Halliburton injured, you got Joel Embiid and Paul George always up in the air. It feels like this win total is a little low in my opinion, but maybe they're just banking on the fact that Kristaps Porzingis hasn't played 70 games in years. Trey Young's been pretty, I mean, at least last year he was relatively healthy, even though he had the Achilles tendonitis going on throughout the season. But and then Jalen Johnson, I don't think he's played over 50 games in the season yet. So maybe this win total is pretty accurate. Now that I say it out loud, but what do you think about the Atlanta Hawks, the new look Atlanta Hawks, who should be pretty good in this Eastern Conference this year?
I mean, I think that's a good line. I think there's going to be probably, if it's a good season for the Hawks, it'll probably end up around 50 wins. I would take the over there pretty easily, but I think that's a good line, about 47, 48 wins, maybe even landing if they get a couple injuries and stuff like that. I think that this time they've got a buffer for injuries, but, basically, go ahead.
I forgot to add that they did get Nickeil Alexander-Walker in free agency as well from Minnesota.
Yep. So that adds to their depth on the backcourt, which they already got a pretty good set of wings and guards in the backcourt. You talked about Trey, Dyson Daniels, now Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Jalen Johnson's a power forward, but he handles the ball so much. He's kind of like a small forward. He kind of plays like a wing on offense. And I think he's just only going to get better. I mean, he was probably going to maybe sneak his way into the All-Star team last year if he didn't get injured. So if he can stay healthy, I think it was a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
I should know he's on my fantasy team. And then, Porzingis, I don't really know. He's almost like a luxury for them. Like if it works out, great. I think he only has 2 years left on his deal. So it's not like, it's a huge albatross if things go bad there. But if he plays half the season, like he's been doing, give or take the last couple of years, I think they can withstand that because they got pretty good depth with Okongwu, and I think there's another center that they drafted a year or two ago.
Yeah.
So I think this is a pretty good number, but I would take over. I think they had a good offseason. For most ball accounts, they kind of had a great offseason. And then they have like the Pelicans pick coming next year too.
Yeah, which crazy draft night trade. The Pelicans agreed to go down in the draft to give up their picker. It was something crazy. It was like what are the Pelicans doing? Like, I don't know who they think they are. Yeah, like I don't know who the Pelicans think they are, but yeah, I mean, if things don't go well, at least they will have that juicy New Orleans Pelicans pick, which is probably going to be top 5 next year. But I don't know. I mean, look, everybody in New Orleans, and maybe we'll talk about them later. I don't know, maybe. But everybody in New Orleans seems to think that like the outside world is crazy. The Pelicans are going to be so good. Zion's healthy. Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Kevon Looney. Stop. They're going to be ass. But one thing I do want to bring up about the Atlanta Hawks is star point guard Trey Young, his contract situation. He has 1 year left on his deal. He is extension eligible, as the folks at ESPN keep bringing up. But the Hawks and Trey Young have not come to an agreement. What do you think about that? And do you think that it is going to play any factor into the season? And honestly, do you think that the Hawks should give him an extension because he's Supermax eligible, if I remember correctly?
I mean, I don't think they should be rushing to pay him the supermax, basically. So I understand the
Which is
Hawks
like
position.
$50 million.
It's probably going to be more like 65, 70 for Trey because
Woo!
they drafted him. Yeah.
Oh, they have his
So
bird rights.
yeah, they have his bird right. So he gets the actual supermax, which is like Devin Booker's getting paid like 70 million. So I could not pay that if I was the Hawks. So I get where they're standing. I don't know if Trey is aware enough to like take even like 50 million is a lot, but I think that's kind of with the number for the Hawks. I don't think they're really trying to go over that. So I don't know. I don't know who else is itching to pay Trey Young $67 million a year. So um, I think they're just going to have to play it out, and we'll see what happens in the summer. I think Trey's rep by Clutch, so I think they know what to do with these kind of situations.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Historically, I mean, history says that he's going to get paid. Now, if he's going to get them supermax, I don't know. But correct me if I'm wrong. Players that are drafted by their team in that make either All NBA, they make All Star, or they win some type of award makes them supermax eligible. Is that right?
That's for their first contract, for their first rookie extension. So he's coming
Okay.
up on his second free agent eligible period. So
Yes.
he'll
Not
so
his veteran one, but the one before that.
yeah, exactly. Well, no. He's coming up on his veteran supermax extension, so that's
Oh,
what he will be eligible for. But to get that, you have to be on the team that has your bird rights.
okay.
So basically, somebody would want to. He would have to get traded, and then someone would pay him that. That's what would have to happen if he wants to get paid, or the Hawks pay him and then trade him.
Damn. Okay. Well, look, shout out to the Hawks. Go ahead.
I was gonna say like maybe something develops, and maybe the Grizzlies throw their hands up with John Morant, and maybe they just swap like there, and then the Grizzlies pay Trey. I don't know. Like they have to be something like that, or maybe the Spurs they like, man, we got too many guards, or this ain't working with De'Aaron Fox or something, and they trade him for Trey. There's got to be some team that's just wants to switch it up, and maybe they're willing to pay Trey. It won't be the same amount that the Hawks are paying though, because the Hawks he would get like 70 million or whatever. What another team it'd be like 60 million a year would be his.
So look, I said this last year, and like nobody took me seriously, and I still think that this team, even though they got better with the addition of Desmond Bain, I think that the Orlando Magic is still a perfect fit for Trey Young. I mean, if you just look at like the
They
makeout
need
of their
scoring bad.
roster,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, like especially at that position, and
Yeah.
they need somebody that can spread the floor, that can distribute, that can get Paolo and Franz easy shots, and somebody that team can hide defensively. And I think it's a safe space to go and transition to Orlando, who, like I said, they did trade Kentavious Caldwell Pope and something else for Desmond Bain from the Grizzlies. They're coming into the season with high expectations. Paolo is fully healthy. Franz fully healthy. Wendell Carter Jr. fully healthy. Jalen Suggs still not healthy. This nigga Jalen, bruh, what is wrong with him? It's his knee again. It's his knee. It's the same knee. Like, bro, like this nigga's never healthy.
And they really need him defensively. Well, maybe not so much with Bane. Bane's not a lockdown defender, but he's not
He's good.
terrible.
He's
Yeah.
solid. Yeah. But, currently Vegas has the Orlando Magic at 51.5, which is just wow. I just don't see it. This team is still very young. They haven't proven that they can win at a high level yet. And just adding Desmond Bain and getting rid of somebody like KCP, who's proven, even though obviously they do two totally different things for a team. I think KCP is such a glue guy. He's very important. Even though he didn't have like the best season with Orlando, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I mean, Bane is better than KCP.
100%, 100%. But yeah, give me your thoughts on Orlando and how you feel about them coming to the season.
Yeah, that's a big jump, man. I mean, look, they had a little stretch in beginning of the season last year where they were coming out guns a blazing. Paolo was looking great, and then he got hurt, and then Franz got hurt, and they just weren't really able to get it together. I think Jalen Suggs got hurt after that, and he's still hurt.
Look.
So
Last year, this team won 41 games, and they're supposed to jump to 52 this year. That's
I guess
tough.
they say just on the strength of healthiness and adding Desmond, they think that highly of Desmond Bain.
Okay.
I don't really see. Also, of course, the East is ravaged. Okay,
Yeah.
somebody's got to win in this conference. I mean,
Somebody's
who's actually good? Who's actually good in the East? Okay, we say
The
Cleveland.
Cavs, yeah.
Yeah,
Even
and the
though
Knicks.
they're going to miss Garland and Struess like the first month of the season. The Knicks are probably like the healthiest team.
Yeah, the Knicks, and then after that, okay, I
The
guess the
Hawks,
Bucks because they got Giannis, and
yeah. The
okay, after
Hawks.
that. Okay, the Hawks, but they're not proven either. But
No,
at least their line is not ridiculous. But yeah, and then
maybe
okay, the Magic are
Philly
probably
if
right there.
health.
Philly, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not doing this with Philly. I'm not. I'm not. Um,
Okay, okay.
so Orlando and the Hawks are kind of fighting at 3 and 4 kind of spot. Probably, I'm thinking. So maybe Orlando, somebody to get to that spot, you got to probably be around 50 wins. I mean, you can't be third in the East with 45 wins, right? Like they just getting pounded by the West. Like, come on,
I mean, yeah.
that's how it's been. But like that's usually they have at least 4 or 5 good teams in the East, and then it's just bottomed out. So I could see Orlando just whooping up on the Wizards and the Hornets and stuff. Just I could see
Hey,
that.
that's
I
that's
could so.
three to four easy wins right there.
And their best players are kind of just starting to hit their prime. So you know what? I'm convincing myself that that's not a ridiculous line. I just think it's going to be hard. It's just unpredictable. I wouldn't bet it. I would not bet it. I'm still going to take slightly under. Okay, I'm agreeing with you, but I just think that I would not be surprised if they're sitting there in a third or fourth seed fighting for 50 plus wins with the Hawks.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Excuse me. Let's talk about the New York Knicks. Russ's team. Russ, sorry, bro, but the Knicks choked last year, and they're not doing shit this year. Last season, I literally sat on this podcast.
That's harsh. They went to the conference finals.
Hey, Joe.
Look, the Pacers were beating everybody. Halliburton hit these game winners. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, they at least they beat the defending champs and got to the conference finals.
Jason Tatum got hurt. All right, now I'm
And
just
his last
playing.
game, and yeah, when they were down like 20 in the fifth, 20 minutes ago. I mean, 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, they were down 3-1. They were going to lose that series. Okay, anyway, the New York Knicks, 53.5. I would absolutely smash the over just because of all the reasons I stated earlier. They're literally the healthiest team in the Eastern Conference right now. They're the ones that have all their stars at the right age, at the right time. Mitchell Robinson should be back healthy, playing 20 minutes a game,
You realize
fouling
Brunson's
people.
like 30
Yes.
or 29, something like that. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
young.
Yeah. Cat getting up there too. But yeah, I mean, look, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, everybody should be relatively healthy coming into the season. New head coach, they did fire Tom Thibodeau, thank God. So
I was
now,
about to say, did you think that was the right move?
absolutely, but Tom Thibodeau is nuts. Really, I'm not going to say that I don't have any respect for him because I think that would just be a lie. But I don't think Tom Thibodeau is like a winning championship basketball coach. I just don't agree with his old school draconian methods. I don't agree with playing people 45 minutes a night in the regular season, and I don't agree with him running his teams into the ground. I don't know how many times we have to see evidence of him playing players too much and then them getting hurt when it matters.
And their whole offense was Jalen Brunson do something.
Yeah, this is Jalen Brunson, get out the way, go downhill, draw a foul. I didn't like it, but I do think that Mike Brown has a chance to come in here and win another Coach of the Year. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this team wins like 60 games, like the Cavs did last year, and they're number one in the East, and they're looking unbeatable, just because they're the healthiest. They've had the most time together, I should say. So, what do you think about the Knicks this year?
Yeah, you kind of was about to spoil one of my takes because I kind of have them coming in as the favorite, I think, to be the number one seed and get around 60 wins and
Okay.
actually just be motivated to try to skunk teams every night. Assuming they stay healthy. I mean, because their starting five is kind of loaded. I mean, they just, Tibbs, he never used his bench. And now this offseason, they went and got a couple guys. They got Jordan Clarkson. Hold on, let me get the roster. But yeah, they're way deeper than they were last year. And Mike Brown, coming from the Warriors, what he did with the Kings was great. I mean, it's just they kind of from the top down, they just lost, the spout out of control. They got Brogdon, who he's always hurt, but that's to get him basically for the minimum, that's great. Mitchell Robinson, okay, I'm sorry, he's a starter, or is he not? No, he's coming off the bench, right?
He comes off the bench
Cat
typically. Yeah.
starts. Yabusele, I like him.
Yeah. Yabusele, good energy got from Philly last year, dunking on LeBron.
So, yeah, man, I see them going all out, but man, they got to be kicking themselves for that damn Mikal Bridges deal. They could be having Giannis right now. They need to trade all them damn picks for Mikal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I guess that's a good segue to get into the Milwaukee Bucks. For anybody that doesn't know, Media Day just happened maybe last week or so, or I guess at this point it's been about 2 weeks, and the quote of the day was Giannis being asked about this meeting that he had with the owner of the team, and apparently the owner was like, yeah, like me and Giannis spoke in the summer, and like he's committed to Milwaukee, he wants to stay, and Giannis is like, I don't remember having that conversation, dog.
I mean,
It's
just the
just
other day he was like, I'm committed to the team for now, but
yeah, for
in a
now,
couple months, 6 months, it might change.
I might change my mind. Yeah,
But meanwhile, his wife and kids have moved to Greece. They're no longer. I mean, Giannis is a huge family guy. He's always with his brothers and his kids, and he's a family guy. That's all he posts about on social media. So he's not. Probably doesn't want his kids to not be. Not be able to kiss his kids every night, see his kids every night. So they must be plotting. We'll see what happens. I just don't see how the Knicks. This apparently that's where he wants to go,
yeah.
or his preferred destination. But I don't see how the Knicks scrounge up a deal. They don't have any picks. I don't know what the Bucks would want from them. That's because if they're going to suck and the Bucks have no picks, why would they want
Carlo,
young players that'll make guys who just make the play in or something? Like they want to just blow it up and start over and get a whole bunch of picks, and the Knicks can't give them that.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but Brooklyn Nets, I don't know. They've got picks.
Yeah, they don't got a team for him if Giannis wants to win
No,
a championship. But yeah, they got the Bucks may just say
he wants to see his family every night. There you go, nigga. You can live in New York.
Bucks be like, you don't have a no trade, sir. We sent you to your destination, but we didn't have to say what your situation you'll be in would be something you want.
Yeah, and I obviously I think losing Dame, gaining Miles Turner, they did.
Yeah.
Amnesty Dame Lillard, or not?
Talk about how they got Miles Turner. Yeah,
they. So it's not an amnesty. It's a waive and stretch.
Yeah,
waived and stretched Dame Lillard, which they still owe him $100 million over a certain amount of years, which is just crazy.
5 years. They're gonna be paying him for like 5 years, like $20 million a year or something.
Okay, but they did that so they could get Miles Turner free agency at 4 years, $100 million. So okay, they lost Brook Lopez to the Clippers. But other than that, the team's still intact, So no Dame, no Brook Lopez, but they still have Giannis, Miles Turner from Orlando, Cole Anthony.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was a part of the trade to the
Grizzlies. Yeah, waived his ass. Yeah. So 42.5 for the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, look, Giannis is great. The East sucks, but give me the under. I don't think.
Whoa, I think they're gonna get 42.
No, bro. First of all,
43.
I think Giannis is going to demand a trade before the trade deadline. And I think he's going to make the situation in Milwaukee untenable. People love to say, God damn, almost an hour here. People love to say how honorable Giannis is and how he would never ask for a trade. And he's just been this stand-up guy. But at the same time, Giannis has been very vocal about what he wants. He wants to compete for a championship every single year. And around November 15th, when he realizes that this team got Kyle Kuzma on it and they can't compete for shit, he's going to demand a trade.
Kuzma's your second best player?
Yeah, like, come on, bro, get out of here. Kuz? Man. So, yeah, I'm smashing the under in this. I don't believe in the Milwaukee Bucks this year at all. I think Giannis will be gone very, very shortly. What do you think?
That's actually a hard number. Like, I feel like they should be able to get 43 wins. I mean, they had 48 last year. Okay, losing.
That was with Dame, though.
Who didn't have the greatest year. He was hurt a lot, but Giannis was hurt a lot too last year. Damn. I guess I just don't really see him asking for a trade in the season. And you think that's what he's going to do? I figured it was going to be after the season. He's going to be like, look, just get me out of here. But since it sounds like they're already preparing for him to move and he's going to get homesick, sick of being alone, I'd imagine. I could, maybe he might be onto something. It does seem like the league is prepping for that. I know the Warriors got all their picks. And Kuminga is going to be primed and ready. Jonathan Kuminga, you're a Milwaukee Buck. That's what they're hoping.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. Yeah, I think as far as that number, I think you've convinced me. Yeah, I think it sounds like something's cooking. Like there's a lot of smoke in that out there. Like, I think he's planning his exit. And he's a nice guy. He don't want to say it, but he's kind of like, look, I'm trying to do everything I can to show y'all I'm trying to leave, but y'all, I'm gonna have to just straight up say it, I guess.
Giannis is another guy who is extension eligible, who has not signed an extension. He has done that for a reason. All right, let's move over to the Western Conference for a little bit. Let's talk about some of their heavy hitters, which they have a lot of. But let's start with the defending champs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their win total set at 62.5, which, damn, they damn near won 70 games last year. So, okay. They basically brought everybody back. I don't think they lost a single player. But from what I saw the other day, J-Dub is still not healthy. He's in a shooting sleeve for his right hand. He had to get all those injections to play in the NBA Finals, but he's still not healthy from that offseason surgery. So it sounds like they'll be coming into the season without him, but they still got SGA, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Chet Holmgren's going to be healthy. They've still got a very deep team that just came off a championship that really nobody respects. 62.5. I wouldn't be surprised these niggas win 70 games. Not gonna lie, even in this Western Conference. But what do you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder? I'm very curious about your thoughts heading into them this year. After nobody respected them last year, and they fuck around and won the championship. So what do you think now after they just did it all?
Well, I mean, this is an easy over to me. I mean, it's like you said, they won 68 games last year, 62.5. I mean, that's yeah. So that's over, and once you win a championship, especially when you're young, I mean, that's just only going to make them more confident, only going to make them better. I mean, we're in for it. It's going to be a tough time. Like, we just got to hope they don't win the next 2, 3, 4 championships in a row. To be honest, so over, and
Well,
they're going to be fine.
The
Just locked up
new
all their guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, they just signed SGA, Chet, and J Dub to new extensions, all three of them. Eventually, the what's it called? The not the collective bargaining agreement. Thank you. Eventually, the second apron is going to kick in, and they're not going to be able to pay Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso and Lou Dort and keep all their guys. So, it's going to happen. But it sounds like they've got the three core guys. Yeah,
that's what they got all the draft picks. I mean, they got everybody's picks, so they're just going to keep replacing guys that they can't afford to pay with cheap rookie contracts.
Yeah.
While
they hope
the main core is locked up.
Yeah, that's their plan anyway. Houston,
or they'll trade for other guys that are on cheaper contracts to trade all their picks and whatever. I mean, honestly, if they wanted Giannis, they could go get him right now.
Don't say that. Houston Rockets, they made a big trade.
No, sorry. I wanted to ask you. On the subject of J-Dub, he's elevated his game. Like, what do you really think of him? Do you think he's actually like a superstar or whatever?
No, I don't.
Because some people, he was in the same draft as Paolo, and some people were like, if there was a redraft, he might go number 1 or something like.
That's insane.
There's been a lot of the analyst heads, the NBA heads, saying he's better than Paolo.
That's fucking stupid. No, he's not. I mean, it's so easy to look at the number 2 and be like, wow. They had 40 in the NBA Finals. Like, wow, like he played so well in the NBA Finals. But you got to realize, bro, he's the number 2 for a reason. That's because there's somebody better on his team. And Paolo's number 1 for a reason. That's because there's nobody better on his team. So I don't want to hear these talks. I feel like if both of them were on the same team, Paolo would be the clear-cut number 1. Clear-cut number 1. He's better in literally every facet of the game. That's just my opinion. Do I think J-Dub's a superstar? I don't. No, but he's very good.
So you have to say off the top?
Probably, maybe in the 19-20 range. But like, I would have to list out. I mean, but like, I'm not. I mean, just because I don't think he's a superstar doesn't mean he's ass. Like, obviously, he's very good. Like, he's a good number 2 for now. But
I gained a lot of respect for him because I didn't even think he was like a star until the playoffs. Was like, okay, he's showing up, like he's getting these big games. He's very versatile. He plays like almost every position. It's crazy.
I think he's a star
like 6'5",
for sure.
6'6" or something like that. But
yeah, I think he's definitely a star, but superstar, no way. Not yet. I mean, prove me wrong, J-Dub. Prove me wrong. Houston, they traded for Kevin Durant. I mean, the thing that we all thought would happen did happen. They traded away Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. Oh, my God. Thank goodness. Even though I'm not totally out on Jalen Green, I honestly still think that he's a hell of a player. He just doesn't care about the game, in my opinion. This dude cares about everything else but the game. But I think he's very talented. But anyway, Kevin Durant added to his Houston Rockets team. What's their win total set at? They are 52.5. Wow. In the West, with Kevin Durant, banking in he's going to miss 30 games. Yeah, I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to take the over. What do you think about Houston?
Yeah, they won 52 games last year with no true number 1 option. I mean, Sengun was probably their best player, but he didn't. Jalen Green thought he was the best player, right?
He did. So he definitely did.
They're starting the season without Fred VanVleet. Gosh, Van Fleet. But it sounds like they're comfortable with Reed Shepard and Amon Thompson filling those gaps, and Sengun being more point center. They've certainly got the talent to make up for. I mean, it's not like Van Fleet was like a superstar or even a star. He was just a very solid leadership type of guy, starter quality vet. But he was, kind of frankly inefficient, and he's not wasn't like the best shooter or really great at anything. So they could replace that, I guess.
Damn.
And like I said, KD, he's always hurt. Can he make 60 games? Probably not. But when he's on the floor, he's going to give you 25, 26 a game, efficient and unstoppable. There's really all the Rockets needed was like a number one option. So assuming he could be healthy through the season and make it to the playoffs, they're going to be a problem. I mean, Amon Thompson's only going to get better. Sengun with the ball in his more, he's only going to get explore more and get better there too. So yeah, 52 and a half. I'm taking that over. Unfortunately, they're probably going to be the second seed for a while until KD starts to fall off or whatever. But then
Yeah.
it's going to get better. So it's like.
So here's the thing. I got a few things to say about Houston, and some of this is just going to be a regurgitation of things I always say, but I feel like I have to say them because they're important. Kevin Durant tore his Achilles in 2019. That's the most devastating injury for a basketball player. And this nigga is still 29, 30 points. Like last year, he averaged 27 points a game, and like he didn't even care. He hated them niggas in Phoenix. He still averaged 27 a game. Like Kevin Durant is still elite, which is it's just insane to me. It's just insane. So I think he's going to fit in very easily with Houston.
Yeah,
I think
fit in anywhere.
Yeah, like I mean, I see him averaging 27, 28 again this year off great efficiency like he always does. Ben Thompson, another guy who for the past 2 years I've been trying to tell y'all, somebody need to watch this nigga because he is very, very good. And it looks like people finally caught him towards the end of the season because I'm pretty sure he's like the leading odds maker for most improved player or to make an all-star team or whatever the case may be. But he's going to have a hell of a season this year. Sengun, I agree, is only going to get better. The thing about Houston is they re-signed Steven Adams. They re-signed Steven Adams. They kept for now Tari Eason, and they lost Cam Whitmore to Washington. So I don't know. It feels like even though Fred VanVleet is going to miss the start of the season, as long as he's there for the tail end of the playoffs, which I feel like they're really going to need him for the playoffs, Houston might fuck around and win the championship. Honestly, they're my favorite to come out of the West right now. Unfortunately, as a Lakers fan, I think that they're better than Oklahoma City, even though because I think
their advantage, their size.
Their size, their defense is just as good, if not as good. And I think Kevin Durant's going to be the best player in any series that he's in. That's including Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just because he's 6'10", 6'11", and he can get easy shots anytime. Even though SGA proved that he could do the same thing, it's just easier for Kevin Durant just because he's taller. And even though Oklahoma City is coming off of a championship, those guys are going to have that championship swagger. Kevin Durant, Fred VanVleet have won too. And they can elevate guys to make them better. So,
just for one, I'm not really sure VanVleet at his age is going to be able to come back from an ACL tear so soon.
Well, is he going to miss the entire season?
He tore his ACL.
Shit.
Yeah.
I forgot. For some reason, I thought he was only going to be out for a few months. Damn, tore his ACL? Yeah. Okay, that's tough. All right, okay, never mind. They cannot win a championship without Fred.
I mean, I'm not ruling it out. Maybe he could come back in the playoffs, but I just don't think he'll be. You can't bank on him being effective, So.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. Because look, I think Fred VanVleet is that important to Houston. Like to me, if he's there and rolling, they win the championship. But if he's not there, I don't think that it's fair to depend on Amen Thompson and Reed Shepherd, who've never been in that situation in the postseason, to lead a team. That's not fair on them. So okay, never mind. This is out.
Maybe they can make a trade for a veteran point guard or something. But that's something they'll definitely have to be looking at. And I'm not really 100% sold on Sengun as the second option if the Thunder were to swarm KD like that.
He's a passing big. He's got great touch. He's physical. I mean.
But yeah, is he going to get 30? Is he going to average 30 in a series?
He can. Yeah, he can.
Maybe.
To me.
I mean, he's very, very talented. I'm just, when the lights get bright, is he able to do it? I don't know. Not everybody can elevate their game in the playoffs. I know KD will, or can, assuming he's healthy. But the rest of the Rockets, a little bit of question marks. They'll defend. Another thing that I really love the situation for KD is that he's got a team full of defenders.
Mhm.
and rebounders. He doesn't really have to do nothing but score and play to his strengths. Hell, he doesn't really have to be that much of a leader because like Ime Udoka is a leader of men. So
Yep.
that's a great situation for him there in many regards. So, but yeah, if Fred VanVleet was healthy, I was kind of concerned for them. But now without that, I think they're going to have to make a move for a veteran point guard, and they got a lot of time to do that. Remains to be seen.
Yeah. Let's talk about the LA Lakers, our team. We just had some, I don't want to say it's devastating, but we had some frustrating news with LeBron. He's got an ass injury. He's going to be out for a month.
Is that what it
so
is? Like I don't know if it's ass, back, hips, or whatever the
it's,
shoddy.
yeah, scatia it's like some nerve injury
It's like old
in
man
like
injury.
it's like some old ass nigga injury. Now, I have to assume that this 47.5 line was before the Bron news, assuming that we were all going to be healthy, because 47.5 is low. The Lakers are still going to win 50 plus games. Luka Doncic is going to carry the Lakers with LeBron out. There's literally no need to be concerned. We're still going to be a great team in the regular season. Now, in the postseason, I'm, unless you make a trade, this team cannot win a championship. I am a Lakers fan, but I do not believe in this team to win a championship. But in the regular season, with a healthy Luka Doncic looking as skinny and worked out as he is, he's going to be the MVP. He's going to average 35 a game, 35.99, and especially with Bron now, 35.99.
Right.
He's going to lead this team to 50 plus wins easily. Austin Reeves is going to be the number 2 for a month and a half, and he's going to eat. Vando looks good. DeAndre Ayton, get ready to bring your lunch sack, buddy, because it's going to be nothing but garbage buckets for you. Marcus Smart, get ready to play defense, nigga, and let's do this thing, bro. I'm super excited about our prospects in the regular season. I have no illusion that we can win a championship with this roster, but we are going to be a good regular season team. What do you think?
I mean, of course, I'm an optimist and I'm a Lakers fan. I'm agreeing with you there. But so, what do you think are the key factors? It sounds like a lot of people just aren't really high on this team right now. I don't know. It sounds like people are just shrugging their shoulders at Luka. I guess he sucks now since he's a Laker, and nobody has faith in DeAndre Ayton to turn this thing around at all. Which I
Well,
get he hasn't really shown much to give confidence in while he was with the Blazers in his last year or so with the Suns. Marcus Smart has been. He's washed up now. Austin Reeves is trade bait. It's just nobody has any faith in anything the Lakers are doing right now.
to be fair, I think that some of those points are valid. I mean, I think that DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart are 2 huge question marks for our season. Both of those guys have not been productive enough. Both of those guys can give more, but they have not in the past season or 2. So, we're kind of banking on the fact that they're going to make a turnaround with that Lakers uniform on. Because for both of them, this could be their last stop in the league. Or their last payday anyway,
Yeah,
like
their last
payday
chance to make
opportunity.
money. Yeah, or you're going
Yeah,
to be minimum players the rest of your time. Yeah.
yeah. So if DeAndre Ayton can average 18 and 11 with the Lakers, which is very possible, especially with Bron out, but even with Bron there, just getting all the garbage buckets that we can give him, all the lobs, layups, dunks, 18 and 11, he can fuck around. He can have like all-star buzz, and he could get a payday. If Marcus Smart can play really really good defense and close out games for us and make and like be impactful and hit threes, some team out there is going to want to pay Marcus Smart. The good thing is that I think both of those guys know that. Like I think both of those guys know the position that they're in, and like they want to play well and compete. So we've got that going for us. Another guy on our team that we just signed was Jake LaRavia, some no-name nigga from the Grizzlies and the Kings. So he's supposedly good. Haven't seen anything that great in preseason, but it's preseason. Nobody's playing their role in the preseason, so it's like so hard to gauge.
Especially
Yeah,
now,
I mean,
Luka and LeBron playing
yeah,
big games.
that's what I mean. Like nobody, at least for us, nobody's playing their role right now in the preseason. So like it's so hard to like gauge how good or how effective somebody can be when right now Austin Reeves is number 1 and DeAndre Ayton is number 2, and that's never going to be how we play when Luka and LeBron are on the floor. So yeah, man. I mean, I think some of the concerns are valid, and some of those concerns are why I don't think we can win a championship as presently constructed.
And
But
of course, the concern about does LeBron actually want to be here? What is this? What's he got going on? All that type of stuff too. Conspiracy theorists may say he straight up doesn't want to be here, so he came up with this fake injury and just kind of just running out the clock. Like some people are just like, I don't know about this.
I'm not gonna.
He's golfing every damn day. What's wrong with him? So
I'm not gonna believe that. I mean, as a Lakers fan, I can't believe that. I mean, maybe if this was 10 years ago, but he's too old to cheat the game. Like this nigga may never play again. But speaking about that, he's gonna miss the game here in Atlanta. So is this? I mean, are we ever gonna get to see LeBron play again? Like, or we got to drive to Charlotte or something? Like, hope they're playing in February. It's crazy.
I feel like LeBron is the type that would want the retirement tour. Don't you think? Like he would do a big show of it.
I think so too, but I also wouldn't put it past him to just be like, I'm done. I don't know.
No, he loved the attention too much, bro. Like no way. And he knows Atlanta shows out for the Lakers, and they love LeBron even when he was with the Cavs. So, um, like not to say this is like missing that Atlanta game would be a big factor for him deciding retirement, but just I just think if he wanted to go out, he would want to get the love at all the spots and be heralded as the king and all that shit.
I guess
He
we'll
wants us to
see.
give him his flowers. He's been like that his whole career.
Last thing I'll say about the Lakers is the Luka thing you brought up. Because he's a Laker now, Luka sucks apparently. I think people may not have confidence in Luka to lead a team, just because historically in the regular season, his regular season teams haven't been that great. Even when they made the finals, I think they were like a fifth seed or something. So maybe that's why they feel like Luka can average 35-99 and they'll still be 41-41. I don't know. But there's no way it's going to happen this year. Lakers are going to win 50 plus games. Bank on it. Bank on it.
Okay, to add to that, when they got Luka last year, they missed LeBron for like 10 games or something like that, or a good chunk, and they still were pretty good without it. Now, of course,
24-10.
Yeah, within that time, they also missed who was it? Jackson Hayes was out for a little bit. Their only center they had, and some other injuries, Rui, stuff like that. So, assuming we could have relatively good health with LeBron out, I think we could still win just fine without LeBron. Hell, LeBron barely plays hard in the regular season anyway. He'll pick a stretch of games where he does, but like in the beginning of the season, he's not going to give a fuck. Maybe we're probably better off without him loafing around and not playing defense.
Who do you want to start with LeBron out? Because I mean, the penciled in starters are Luka, Ayton, and maybe Rui, but who do you want to start?
What we're gonna do. Look, Vando's playing great, man. I think I would give him a chance. I understand Marcus Smart as an argument, but he hasn't played really yet, and he's still coming back from injury. Vando looks like he's healthy and confident, and he's making layups now and doing Euro steps and stuff. It's like, what is going on? He's firing the threes off his preseason, so let him fly. But it's looking more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Not expect him to be a shooter, but you gotta take open shots. So I give Vando a try. Hopefully he's back to how he was when we first got him a couple years ago. He was like a revelation those first couple months.
I think it's worth it to put Vando in the starting lineup just for his defensive upside. Like if he can guard the best perimeter player every night, so Luka or AR doesn't have to, I'm totally fine with that. He loves to chase around Steph Curry, brother. Chase that nigga to your heart's content. Like chase him. So I would do it just for that. Just so Luka and AR don't have to, because they are going to get cooked in the regular season. Let's talk about the crosstown rivals, LA Clippers, and all the stuff that's going on with them. I mean, holy shit. Javar, you've made jokes so long about that Ballmer money and how the Clippers are just doing all these underhanded things. Like, it's been the joke since this nigga bought the team. And little did we know he was doing it for real.
I wasn't actually joking, brother. I was reading things that they like. These are rumors for years. Like this is like
Man,
like Kawhi is a shiesty guy. Like he's always excuse me, sorry. He's always looking to come up. The people around him are thugs and crooks. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My God! Shout out to Uncle Dennis.
Yeah, in his whole Crip background or whatever. Kawhi is.
Kawhi Crip. Snap.
His whole family is apparently like his
My God.
His dad. Okay, I ain't gonna put his
Hey, hold on now. Hey, I'm about to say, hold on now.
Apparently, he's got family that there's some OGs and stuff, and so they do out there.
Oh shit. Yeah, I take it back, Kawhi.
But yeah, just how Ballmer. I mean, he's used to getting everything he wants. So, you're a billionaire, top 6 or top 10 most rich person in the world or whatever. how these guys keep going over there and everything's quiet, everybody's happy, but they're getting paid. The whole how they got Kawhi like was just kind of shiesty. How they had somebody following him around while he was with the Raptors. They basically paid somebody, the GM actually, the GM and some
Lawrence
scouts were
Frank,
like,
wasn't it?
yeah, literally were going to every Raptors game on the road, like flying, following the team and staying at the same hotel. And just kind of just like sending Kawhi notes under the door. Okay, maybe not doing that, but like, but they was plotting like the whole season and kind of just working it, in the shadows and
Yeah, tampering.
um, tampering, and yeah, just all the money that he has and all of his agencies on his team. Oh, okay, if you got all the resources to do it, by all means, but it's just he runs his team like no one else. And when you got unlimited resources, you have to wonder like, what's to stop you from paying somebody? Just start slipping them a suitcase of cash and just be like, keep it quiet, come on over here, like. This is nothing. I mean, it probably happens all the time in sports, but like
Probably
when you're
does.
that rich and you care that much about trying to win, you're a crazy person. Look on the side of it,
Yeah,
like just doing the most, putting all
he
your
he,
chips
he
in.
wants to win badly.
Yeah, like this man is willing to do whatever. So if I was in this position, I'm I'm not above reproach. I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm a saint either, but like if you want to win, you're probably going to look at ways to try to skirt the system a little bit, right? If you got all the means to do it. And Adam Silver is kind of like a bitch. Like I mean, I'm sorry. He cares about. They're making a lot of money under Adam Silver. Okay, hand and fist. I mean, I'm sure the players are cool with it, and they're cool with it because they're able to make money on the side. They're able to make money in gambling and all these things they were never able to do before. But I'm sure Adam Silver, the capitalist that he is fine with turning a blind eye to people making money on the low as long as it's not embarrassing them and making them look bad. So now that Pablo Torre put it out there and investigative reporter with his podcast exposing all the stuff that's going on with Kawhi and the Clippers, now the NBA is looking into it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of just give him a slap on the fist, fine him 50 million for all I care. Like that's like he wiped his ass with that. Uh, Steve
You
Ballmer
mean
did.
Balmer?
Yeah. I don't see them banning Kawhi or banning anybody, have to do with this. They're probably just going to fine them and maybe take
If
a couple
this was
picks, but they don't
if
have
this
no
was
picks.
David Stern's league, this would be a very very different situation where David Stern might fuck around. Kawhi, you're never playing in the NBA again.
Right,
Steve
ban
Ballmer,
Kawhi.
sell your team,
Right,
like all that. But yeah, Adam Silver is drastically different, and I'm not gonna lie. In most cases, I appreciate it because I do think David Stern was just so harsh. Like he was just this nigga
crazy.
was, yeah, he was crazy, bro. Like he was crazy.
He kind of went
And
out in flames by the time he left. Nobody liked him when he left the league.
yeah, which I mean, shit. Fuck, I'm not gonna say fuck him, but he like David Stern was nuts, bro. Like he will fuck up your season quickly.
As a Laker fan, we got no love for him. How he
Yeah,
took Chris Paul
Chris
from us.
Paul, fucker. All right. Anyway, Clippers 48 and a half. Let's assume that the NBA does not enforce any penalty on Kawhi, and he misses his 40 games like he always does in the regular season anyway. They've still got a very very good team.
Yeah, I would say all that aside, they got a good team.
So 48 and a half seems a little low, even in the Western Conference. But give me your thoughts because they added John Collins,
Yeah,
Brooke Lopez.
yeah.
They traded away Norm Powell. So yeah, give me your thoughts.
Chris Paul got Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal from the
They
Suns
got
buyout.
guys. It's like these guys are old, so you can't really expect any of these guys to be playing 50, 60 plus games. But they got
Mm-hmm.
enough of these guys with talent that, assuming they're not all hurt at the same time, they still should be able to cobble together. Uh, you know, uh, I think that 48.5 is a fair line. I could see them getting to 50 wins. Okay, so the West is tough though because you could say that about like 8 teams, and
Yeah.
somebody's got to, not everybody can get 50 wins here. It damn near was like that last season, but hell, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, the Clippers were at 50 wins last year.
Were they? Oh wow.
And yeah, it was a three-way tie: Clippers, Lakers, and the Nuggets. If you
Oh
remember,
yeah,
it was
50 and
just
32.
tiebreakers.
Yeah.
And then the Wolves at 49, and the Warriors and Grizzlies at 48. So all the way down to the 8 seed, it was 48 wins. So man, like this, it's just packed. And then I don't know how deep we're going to get into all these teams, but I mean, it's probably you got the Mavericks right there, probably 9. The Spurs at 10. I don't think the Suns are giving up, but I don't think they have the talent. Portland's going to try to get in. So it's going to be like 12 teams trying to make the playoffs this year. Like, and that's
Yeah.
just off the top. Maybe it's like
13.
14. Yeah, 13, 14. Yeah. Well, they're going to
Pelicans
try.
going to try. I feel like the only team that's not going to try is Utah. What if I'm wrong about that? What if Utah fuck around and win like 35 games?
Ace Bailey out here averaging 25.
Yeah, they're like, sir, you have an ankle injury. You're hurt, actually, because who the fuck do you think you are?
Well, the GM or VP of basketball ops, Danny Ainge's son, Austin Ainge, I believe is his name. He came out and said this summer the tanking is over. Like it's not working for them. They're tanking and they're not getting the number one pick, so they're going to try to win.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, okay.
They want some of that karma to get a number one pick. Tanking don't work no more.
Let's move over. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. Another team, their win total is very low, 45.5. This team went like 27-3 when they got Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, they had an easy schedule, but yeah,
but you've got to beat the team, and like this is in February, March, and April where teams are really trying to get wins. So I don't know. I respect it, and I think that line is way too low. Steph Curry is 37 now. He's old. Draymond's old. Jimmy's old. But Al Horford old. I don't care, bro. I'm scared of these niggas. I'm sorry. Don't underestimate the heart of a champion.
I mean, this roster is better than their 2022 roster that won the championship.
Yeah, I agree. Which is crazy.
So they're formidable. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're sitting there in the top half of the Western Conference.
Yeah. It's so funny, like, when we had AD, I didn't care about the Warriors at all. Like they were nothing to us. But now that we don't have him anymore,
like a Warriors buster. He was just the cheat code to mess up everything they were trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't beat the Nuggets for shit, but the Warriors, fuck them. But now it's almost like inverted. Like now, I'm not afraid of Joker no more. Like, what are y'all gonna do with Luka? But yeah, I mean, the Warriors are an interesting matchup. I think they're going to be very, very good. I wouldn't be surprised if they start out fucking 20-5 or something crazy, and they're like running through the regular season at first. I think the only thing that can really hamper this team, in my opinion, is the injuries. And they are old. Like, are they going to have the knick-knack injuries that keep guys out for 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, if Steph pulls a hammy or something and got to miss 2 months, that's going to be tough for them because they still rely on him a lot. Like he's by far their best player, by far their MVP. So
yeah. But
do you think the Kuminga saga is going to affect them at all? Or would you be surprised if he's riding the bench? And it's just he's sitting there looking pissed riding the bench?
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think that's where he belongs, frankly.
So you think he sucks, and all that was for no reason.
I don't think he sucks, but clearly there's a fit issue, and he wants to play a different brand of basketball than the Warriors want to play. So the Warriors had this stalemate with him. He signed a qualifying offer. Or no, well, what was it? It was a 2-year.
With 11-hour, to him getting like $40 million, $20 million a year or something like that type deal.
Which is tradable. So
and it's like a team option on the second year. So it's basically like, it's going to happen. Team going to opt out. Yeah,
honestly, man, I mean, look, he doesn't want to be there. He's made it very clear he doesn't want to be there. Steve Kerr doesn't like him. Steve Kerr don't believe in him. So would it surprise me if he's riding the bench? Absolutely not. Why? The Warriors have like no incentive to play this guy. Like they really don't
trade him, right? So they don't want to his trade value to just rot.
Okay, I mean, at the cost of their season, though, I don't know. I mean, it's yes. That's exactly what I think. Yes, that's exactly what I think. So, yeah, I mean, if I do understand that it's a weird situation, but this is like a very veteran ball club who has been through it all. They've been through drama before with star players, so I don't see it impacting them on the court unless Jonathan Kuminga is seriously just like give the ball to Tucker and like just straight, throwing up 30 shots a game, which would just, then it would be nuts. But I'm not worried about it.
Do you foresee Draymond Green swinging on Jonathan Kuminga this season? Is that in the cards?
No. I don't think so. I mean, all of from all the public accounts, it seems like all the Warriors players are kind of on Kuminga's side in that, he should be happy. He should do what he wants type shit. So we'll see. But I don't think that we're going to be talking about this Jonathan Kuminga thing at all until he's traded. Like, I don't think it's that big of a story, honestly. He's literally not that good to me.
The only teams that seemed like they interested in him were like the Kings and I
think the Suns.
Okay, the Suns. Yeah. So his market doesn't seem like it's there. I don't know.
I mean, if he has a stretch where he's dropping 22 points a game for 2 weeks, I don't think that's going to help much. I don't know.
He seems like a guy that's destined to average like 25 on like a 20-win team type deal.
Yeah, like he wants to go to the Wizards so he can shoot the ball every time.
See Jordan Poole getting these numbers. He's like, man, like I want to be that.
Yeah. There was one more West team I wanted to talk about. Was it the Timberwolves? Let's do the Timberwolves.
Mavericks?
Yeah, them too. But
Nuggets?
Minnesota. Oh, yeah, the Nuggets. That's what it was. Let's do Minnesota. 50.5. Western Conference Finals, 2 years straight.
That's a high line, I think.
I agree. But I think the only reason that I can assume the line is that high is because of Anthony Edwards. I thought he was going to have MVP caliber season last year, and he didn't. So maybe this is the year where he's just dominating 30 points a game. You know, they did have to work Julius Randle into their team early last year, which kind of hindered some of their wins. But they seem like a well-oiled machine towards the end of the season and going into the playoffs. Everybody knows their role. They did lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but you know, Mike Conley's still there.
Yeah, but so he's only getting older.
So it seems like it's the Anthony Edwards show, man. What do you think about Minnesota going into the year?
Well, we do expect Anthony Edwards to only just get better. He's what, only
23, 24?
Yeah. So, but I think that line's a little high. I would say under. I think they're probably going to be similar to where they were last year, 48, 49. I don't think it's a ridiculous number, but I just still see them ending up fighting for like the 6th seed, staying out the play-in type deal. Which, you know, when they get to the playoffs, they could beat anybody. Yeah, like that's for the most part, because a lot of these teams, it's up to matchups. But it's just still something about their team. I think they just need more from the guard position, the point guard position.
Yeah,
and you know, Mike Conley. I'm surprised I thought he was going to retire. Honestly, I was surprised he came back another year. But they need to upgrade there.
I agree, unfortunately, but I agree. I mean, I say unfortunately because I really like Mike Conley and like I respect the hell out of him, but he's just not that good anymore.
I remember I wanted the Hawks to draft him back in the day. Instead, we drafted AC Law.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard.
Yeah,
AC Law. Let's talk about the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic. They made a lot of moves this year. Their line set at 53.5. Wow, that's kind of high. But or is it? You know, look, they traded Michael Porter Jr. to Brooklyn, and he's doing whatever the fuck he wants out there. This nigga is his interviews are crazy now.
The bro.
Yeah. But they did get back Cam Johnson. They got Bruce Brown back. And I think there was another move they made. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, look, I think ultimately
not Nurkic, but
Valanciunas. Yeah, I think ultimately my problem with the Nuggets the last 2 seasons is that they didn't have the depth that they had when they won the championship. Like they traded away KCP, they traded away Bruce Brown, they traded away Jeff Green. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like these guys were integral to what you just did.
Yeah.
But this year, I feel like, unfortunately, they solved it. You've got Joker who's going to play, 36, 38 minutes, who's going to dominate, MVP candidate, 30, 20, 30, 20, whatever. You've got Jamal Murray who's going to be healthy for at least 50 games. And you've got what? Yeah, bro, Jamal Murray's always hurt. You've got Christian Brown who's going to get better.
We're waiting for him to take the leap, but fuck it, I guess. I mean, it don't seem like it's going to happen.
It's not going to happen because, one, he's not healthy enough, and two, he's a playoff riser. The Nuggets are content because he hoops his ass off in the playoffs, so it's just like, whatever, bro. If you want to average like 17 points a game in the regular season, who cares? As long as you average 25 in the postseason.
No. He hoops his ass off against the Lakers in the playoff.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't do shit last year.
Yeah. I can't stand his bitch ass. Yeah, but look, I ultimately, I think that this offseason gave them the depth that they need to help compete for a championship team. I think this is the best team they've had since they won the championship, which has only been 2 years, but Nikola Jokic has to be happy. Who's also extension eligible, I think, but he wants to wait till next year so he can get more money or some shit. But yeah, man, give me your thoughts on Denver and how do you see it shaking out for them? 53.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think We are totally in agreement that they had a great offseason for what they needed. It's very unfortunate. It's tragic, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, I would take the over. I think they're gonna have a great season. I think Jokic is going to be MVP candidate again, and you know, this we'll see where they land. I do, like you said earlier before, I do like where the Lakers fit against them still. I mean, because they don't really have anything for Luka, and Luka doesn't fear them. They knew how to beat us with the AD formation because they knew AD, he falls on the floor every time he does a layup or something, and they just sprint down the floor every time. And they knew that AD was not trying to play physical all game like that, so they pounded him in the post, and eventually he wore down. So now that we don't have that AD weakness, quote unquote, against the Nuggets, which is wild to say, but like they just really figured out how to beat Anthony Davis. I think now we shouldn't have that much to fear with the Nuggets. In fact,
Mm-mm.
it's a similar matchup with the Thunder. Like it gives us some hope to beat some of these teams because we have a dragon.
Yep. The dog. Y'all fucked up. Y'all so fucked up. Idiots. Let us get Luka. All right. We mentioned one more team, the Dallas Mavericks. Duh.
Yeah, Mavericks. Yeah,
Niggas they traded us Luka. You idiots. Look.
and then lucked into a still good situation. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Number one
Luka
overall
was like
pick.
touched by the god or something. I don't know what's this man.
Yeah, this nigga made a deal with the devil. Number one overall pick, Cooper Flag. We'll see how he actually turns out. He looked good in preseason so far. AD's healthy. He has to wear eye protection for the rest of his career, but that's not going to hinder him. He's still a beast unless he's against the Nuggets.
He looked a little chunky lately, though. What's going on now?
Yeah, he said he said he gained 10 to 15 pounds, for I don't know why.
I thought he wanted to play the 4.
Yeah, whatever. Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Kyrie's hurt, but they got D'Lo, Najee Marshall, PJ Washington, Klay Thompson. This team's loaded. I don't understand why teams are so low on the Mavericks. Just not teams, but like GMs and everybody.
Kyrie.
But D'Lo is a suitable replacement to get AD the ball, and they can find 20 plus points a game throughout with PJ Washington, Cooper Flag, Klay Thompson,
and they just expect AD to get hurt at some point too.
So. Okay, well, all right, okay. If you're right, if AD only plays 50 games, then fine. Which I guess history says that's probably is what's gonna happen. I don't know. I mean, I really like this team.
I do too. I mean, it feels good to not have to cape for AD on these things. I mean, I hope for the best for him. It's not like I'm hate, but yeah. I mean, frankly, when he was a Lakers fan, you had to know that he's probably gonna get hurt, and got to just deal with him getting hurt and falling on the ground and hoping that he gets up. But all that aside, yeah, like you said, the Mavericks are slick, kind of loaded if things come together correctly. I mean, Cooper Flag, I have all the faith in the world he's going to be fantastic. I don't really see. I mean, even I haven't watched a lot of college ball, but from what I've seen, he's in between that and preseason and summer league. He's so fluid with the ball. I mean, for 6'9" or whatever, he moves like a cat. His jumper seems to be falling. Like I didn't know his jumper was going to come out and be this good translating. So that's very promising for the Mavericks, off the dribble and at a standstill and pull up threes. He's like, okay, he's pulling out all the stops.
He's white.
Well, I know, but you know. I guess it just naturally has the touch there if he wants to tap into it. But keep him away from them Dallas restaurants. What they doing to my boy AD? Like Luka left the Lakers and he's skinny now. I mean, left the Mavericks and now he's getting skinny. And
That's funny.
AD go down there and apparently there's rumors he might be having like a divorce or something. So he might be going through it a little bit. But yeah, like what's going on down there? But yeah, again, all that aside, I do expect that. Like that's kind of like an easy line to me. I don't really, even if AD gets injured, I just have a lot of faith in Cooper Flag and then the team they already have. I mean, they pretty much got a team full of veterans. If AD goes down, they still got Lively and Gafford. Though I think Lively's hurt too right now.
He is, but it's not a major injury. He should be back by start of the season.
Okay. PJ Washington, they just signed an extension. Like I said, D'Lo is a good stopgap for the mid-level. That's slick a steal, I mean, for D'Lo. You don't have to depend on him to be your guy through the end of the season. But throughout the season, he'll get you 16 to 18 points a game and be a good three-point shooter. And they got enough guys to cover for him on defense. Max Christie and Najee Marshall and all that. So, again, I really, really like their squad. I'm probably going to end up watching their games a lot more than what I thought I would be.
Would you be surprised if AD's obviously, if he's healthy, if he's number one in MVP candidate.
I'd be a little surprised because I think Cooper's going to get a lot of credit for what's going on in Dallas. But also, I think this may be a time for AD to remind folks that, hey, that nigga too. Like, I was a number one pick and I'm a superstar. Okay. Y'all always saying, day-to-day Davis or whatever. But if he could stay healthy for a stretch and averaging 28 a game and 13 rebounds, two blocks, and the Mavericks are top 3 seeds, like, okay, you got to give him his respect. In a way,
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him. I mean,
Yeah,
to have
me too.
success. So, that'd be cool.
I just wanted to be healthy. I just wanted to play. It's like he's so good. Like, I mean, he's just, he's basically penciled in to miss 25 to 30 games every year, which just sucks. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's not the case this year. So yeah, I think we've covered every team that's going to be kind of good.
Okay. What are we going to do with the Spurs and Wemby? This man, have you been watching him in preseason? This man,
yeah, I
like
have.
Giannis
I was
like,
watching him last night. It's just like this isn't good. Yeah. I mean, the only hope we have is that his supporting cast is so bad. No. To me, he's so good that he transcends the young thing, in my opinion.
No, not him. I said them. Like
the team. Yeah. So yeah, like if that supporting cast is just so bad, like the lights are just too bright for them, that's the only thing that could drag them down, in my opinion, because nobody can do it alone. Like even rookie Shaq, like probably one of the best like guys that we've seen when it comes to just winning basketball. 41-41, like the year before that they won like 17 games. Like he came in, they won 41 games. Like that's crazy.
And out the gate, averaging like 25 and 13.
Yes, yeah, like just out the gate, dominant. Even that team didn't make the playoffs. It's gonna be hard for me to believe that this team can, especially in the West, that this team can be in the play-in mixture, unless Fox comes. I mean, who's hurt right now? Fox is hurt. Castle's hurt.
Castle's hurt too?
Yeah, he's hurt. I don't think either one of them are going to miss like big time. But yeah, man, look, Wemby's going to average like 30, 5 blocks a game. I mean, shit. But yeah, the Spurs win share at 44.5. I'm leaning towards the under just because I don't know if his supporting cast is going to be able to help him enough to win basketball games this year.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're in that play-in, top of the play-in, like 6 seed.
6 seed? No, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked.
I wouldn't be surprised. Because I just think he's going to have their defense basically alone be close to the top 10. And it's just they got enough. If their guards can find some synergy with running the offense with Victor and basically spoon feeding him 15 points, I mean, they're going to blast off. Like, he's going to be unstoppable. Like you said, 30 points a game because he's going to get 15, 20 on his own.
Yeah.
And if he's that much of a factor where the teams are going to have to double and triple him to get the ball out of hand, like, he's going to open it up for all these guys. So, I don't know, man. I think they're going to be a problem. They're collecting enough talent that I think it's time for them to start winning games. Like, they can't keep tanking. Of course, they didn't want to last year when Wemby had his
blood clot.
Blood clot issue, when I think they were just starting to get hot and fight for the play-in. So I think it's about time for them to be in that spot.
I want to run through some teams. Just give me quick thoughts. We don't have to spend too much time on them. New Orleans Pelicans. I know we make a lot of jokes. Give me quick thoughts on the Pelicans this year.
Zion looking great. Like I've always been a Zion fan. Okay, like it's just it did seem like he took the game serious. Like the beignets and the gumbo was weighing him down. Like I get it, and then big booty bitches need to stop, bro. Like get it together. Like get your career.
Nigga had too many vices.
Yeah, exactly. Like you got too many vices, and it's just like get it together. So it sounds like he's starting to get a hold on. I think he's seeing Luka trying to get his body together. He's like, okay, let me quietly do mine too. We're both Jordan brand guys, I guess. So hopefully he comes out. That's all I want for the Pelicans, okay? Zion to have a healthy season. Give me 70 games, and we'll see where we are from here, okay?
Okay. Miami Heat, another interesting team. Tyler Hero's going to miss a few games this year with, I think, a turf toe injury, if I remember correctly, or some type of foot injury.
Something like that, yeah.
But, they've still got Wiggins and Bam Adebayo. So what do you think about Miami, a perpetual playing team?
I think they're going down fast, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start selling off parts like Wiggins and maybe even Hero. See if anybody wants him. I think they're trying to position themselves to get some assets back and maybe be in the running for Giannis. I think they want to do, but I don't know if Giannis will find that as a winning situation either. But
Yeah. Okay. Last team, Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant is also hurt week to week. Jaren Jackson Jr. is hurt week to week. What is happening in Memphis?
yeah,
It's crazy.
something stank in that Memphis locker room. I don't know what's going on. It's I think they just need to move on from the John Morant era and just see what happens. Let's start over. This ain't working for them. I don't know why they still holding on to it. I know Grizzlies fans don't want to hear it on my the fantasy chat we had last year.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. One last team, the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, all signs point to a relatively healthy, hopefully, season. I mean, I feel like we say the same thing about this team every year, but let's assume some modicum of health. Let's say Joel Embiid plays 55 games. Let's say Paul George plays 65 games. Tyrese Maxey is healthy for the entirety of the season. He plays 70 plus. How far do you think this team can go?
It feels like to me they're like softly rebuilding on the low, like between Maxey, McCain, and VJ Edgecombe. They just had a lottery pick. I think if anybody give them anything for Joel Embiid, I think they would pull the trigger.
Wow.
So,
You might be right.
and then Paul George, I think I wish they could get an amnesty clause to get one of these contracts. Because I mean, even in the best of times, I don't even know if this team is a good fit if everybody was healthy. It's hard to tell. I don't know. Yeah. Embiid, honestly, it sounds like his career is over, brother. Like,
Wow.
I think he even knows it. He came out this year saying the same shit he said last year. It's like, we're gonna have to slow walk it. I don't know how many games I'll play and blah 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 blah. It's just like we're doing this again. So I just think he realizes that his knees are never going to get healthy, like 100%. And he got paid this big contract, good for him. And I think he's just trying to honor it as best he can to make sure he could play as many games he can the rest of this contract. I just don't think I think it's over for him, unfortunately.
Damn. Hope you're wrong.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I just think it just looked like his health has completely failed him. He's got two knees that he can't play. Kind of like Kawhi, but he might be worse than Kawhi because he carries more weight. It seems like he can't play 15, 20 games straight without him breaking down. So he's got to play a game or two here, a game or two there, get the swelling down. How are you ever going to do that in a playoff series? So what are we doing here? What's the point?
Very true. Very true. Sorry, Sixers fans. All right, guys, long pod today, but a great one. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Wait, like, subscribe,
Rate, review.
yeah, all that stuff. You know what to do. Thank you, guys. Thank you.